Welcome to this super special masterclass today. I'm here with my amazing friend and business partner, Artemis, and we're going to share with you the 4 steps to become a world-class public speaker in months, not years. And we're going to teach you how you can do that in a really fun, powerful way, step by step. If that sounds exciting, you're going to be in for a real treat today. And my name's Luke, for anybody who doesn't know me. So I'm the founder of the StandOut Speakers Academy. We've been running public speaking training events now for over 6 years. And we've helped thousands and thousands of people to find their voice, connect to their truth, their full message, put out their own courses, programs, YouTube channels, TV shows. And it's one of my greatest joys to inspire people. And myself and Artemis, we founded the Quantum Healers Alliance. So we're on a mission to empower healers all around the world to create healing centers. And it is one of our big passions to transform the healthcare industry. And I'm also the founder of q-rit. q-rit is a super powerful quantum healing modality that can shift your fears, aches, pains, diseases, whatever it is that's blocking you. And we use all of these things in the program we're going to share with you today. Artemis, why are you excited about launching the StandOut Speakers Academy programs?
So, as we've been out there serving our quantum healers over the past few months, many of our healers are playing small. You are holding back your voice, and it's time to give yourself permission to shine. It's time for you to step out and be seen in the community. It's time for you to give your gifts that God has given you to do more and be more and have more. And finding your voice is a mystical process. We're here to turn the invisible into the visible, and our voice is the bridge. And so, as we go through these 4 things today, you're going to be getting a formula of how to turn the invisible into the visible and literally how to make all your dreams come true through finding your voice. We're also going to talk about some of the blocks in the way too. And we need to address those as well within our healing community, because in order for healthcare to change, more of us need to find our voice, which is why we're here teaching this masterclass today.
Yeah, and Artemis has an incredible YouTube channel, amazing film crew. He's a successful real estate agent. He's been a, a teacher and healer for 20 plus years, right? Artemis said you've helped over 40,000 clients. And so you're
Yes.
going to be in for a real treat. Listen, open ears, open hearts, open minds. We're going to share with you the best of what we've discovered on our journeys so you can accelerate yours. And I am an award-winning international speaker. Now that is pretty cool to me. I remember watching the first ever speaking teacher, and he told me I could be an international speaker. He told me I could travel around the world and run events and retreats. And I was just like, yes, this sounds like the best thing ever. At the time, I was in a corporate job and I was feeling really constrained and like I was trading my soul for money. And I knew that there was something much bigger, and I was brave enough to invest in some programs, commit to a training. And then I've been on this incredible journey ever since then. Became a TV show host. I've been mentoring people one on one for 8 years now. And this sentence at the bottom here has been on my website since the start. It's about welcoming in new levels of love and joy into your life. That's the core of it. The public speaking unlocks so many things. You will become a powerful speaker, but it will change your life on every level too. So if that sounds exciting, let's get into it. So first, I have a question for you, and I'd love for you to write this down if you've got your notepad, if you've got a pen. Take a breath, deep breath into the belly and out. And feel into this question and see what answer comes through for you. How many lives can you impact in your lifetime? If you become a powerful, confident public speaker, how many lives can you impact in your lifetime? Write that number down. For some people, it might be hundreds. Some people, it might be thousands. For some of you, it might be millions. Everything is possible. With social media nowadays, you can make one video and it can get seen by millions of people. It is phenomenal, the opportunities that we have. And if you do podcasts or radio shows and all of that stuff, last year, in 1 month on my Facebook, I reached over 18 million people. And that was mind blowing because it used to be a dream of mine that I would reach millions of people one day. And I've done it. And you can absolutely do it too if that is exciting for you. And this was my TV show, the StandOut Online show. Got to interview some of the most incredible entrepreneurs in the world, beautiful people who've been on deep journeys, just like you probably have if you're watching this. You probably lived a full life, a rich life. There's so much wisdom to extract, and different people become speakers for different reasons. But if you do have something that you would love to help people with, or some message you'd love to get out to the world, or create some kind of transformation, it is so, so possible for you. I love doing online stuff. I also love doing in-person events. So we're going to teach you today how you can speak on camera and how you can speak on stage. These four things apply. This was a 3-day event that we run, and you can see when people come to your event the first day and when they leave on the last day, their whole life is different. And this is what happened to me. So then it's like a gift that you give back. You elevate yourself to a certain level and then you can give that back to people. A lot of people become public speakers too because they want to be better in their career. It makes you way more valuable if you're in a job, makes you way more valuable as an entrepreneur, also makes you way more powerful as a leader, as a parent, whatever it is that you do in your life where you need to move and inspire people. So many benefits. But my life was very different before I learned how to be a public speaker. So I used to work for this huge company, $2 billion company, 16,000 employees. And this was their headquarters. And there were like 2,000 people in that office. So you're like a little bee in a beehive. And it's very interesting because most of the people there, they were not authentic. They were working because they needed money. And it was a very strange environment. And I knew when I was there that this was not where I wanted to be. And you're sold this idea, Artemis, right? That you're supposed to work in a job until you're like 65 and then you retire. And I could not think of anything worse for me. Like, that was not my truth. And you'll know if that is your truth. And there's so many different ways you can live this life. But I went on to become a sales director for an international software company in London. And even then, I was being paid phenomenally well, nice house, nice car, like everything you're supposed to want. But I was miserable, like deeply unhappy. And I could tell I was so unhappy because I would meet other people who were genuinely happy, who had big smiles, those inner smiles, and who loved their lives, who they created a life that they truly love. So I asked them, how can I do that? And that was a big part of my journey. And I quickly realized I needed to change. So I got a public speaking mentor. I invested in this 12-month program, and he taught me how to start a public speaking business, how to use my voice, how to find my message, all of these great things. And within 6 months, I was making more money in my public speaking business than I used to make in my corporate career. And that was a game changer. So, September 2016, I quit my corporate job, full time public speaker. And that's how it's been now for the last 8 years. And I love running events, retreats, creating courses, doing webinars. Like, this is a joy for me. And on the path to learning public speaking, one of the things you have to do is find out who you are, like what your core message is, like what your truth is. And this led me to a huge awakening experience. You can tell when you speak if what you're saying is your truth. It feels different. And I learned that my truth was really about unity, love, peace, helping people with self expression, helping other people create freedom in their lives. And it's so obvious to me now, looking back. I also found an amazing quantum healing teacher, and he helped me to release my fears, change my beliefs. I had a lot of traumas in my life, like many of you probably have, and they were all things that were stopping me from being my most authentic self. And over the course of learning all of that, I mastered these four things. And I'm going to share these four things with you today. These are the four things you need to know to become a world-class public speaker. I have had the pleasure of speaking in all different countries all around the world. So this is speaking at an event in Malaysia. This is to 300 people. And people all around the world are hungry for wisdom. There's so much information out there, but not a lot of wisdom. And if you can give people actual transformations, they will love you. They will become your clients. They'll become your raving fans, your followers. They'll tell other people about you. They'll help you to build your vision and your dreams. How has public speaking transformed your life, Artemis?
Wow, my first YouTube video was in 2010 at the New Earth Center in Austin, Texas. I was shy. I was like fumbling on my camera. I had to yell across the room because my microphone wasn't, I didn't have a mic, so I was speaking to a video recorder that my brother gave me for my birthday. It was a mess. Um, but I started doing more and more videos. I found my passion. I found my voice for living water, living foods, and conscious language. And yeah, it changed my life forever because I generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in coaching by getting on YouTube and just speaking and just sharing my truth. And it wasn't easy at first, but it took about 20 to 25 videos before that awkwardness went away. um, and then I just started finding my flow with it and getting deeper and deeper into the work.
Hmm. And both myself and Artemis are fathers as well, both happily married. And it is super inspiring for me because I got my daughter on stage when she was just around 6 months old for the first time. And it was an event, there was about 100 people there. And now she's 4 years old and she's so confident. Whenever I do an event, she loves it. She wants to come on stage. So because I overcame my fear, because I was the same as you, Artemis, I used to be shaking and sweating, like trying so hard to memorize everything. If any of you have ever felt like that, trying so hard to be perfect or good or something like that. And I was really tripping myself up. And my daughter will never have to experience that because she has now learned that confidence through seeing my example. So if you do commit to learning public speaking, mastering public speaking, it transforms not only your life, but your family's lives, anyone who works in your organization. It is really a truly incredible path. And make sure to watch to the end of this presentation because we have a super special opportunity for you if you are excited about becoming an even more powerful and confident public speaker. So let's get into the four things. I hope you got your notepad ready. These four things, any person can do them. You can do it in a few weeks and create such a transformation in your life and your business that you will be like caterpillar to butterfly. And I have helped people do this in hours when we work one on one together. And anyone, wherever you're at, if you're just a complete beginner, you can do these four things. If you're already an experienced speaker, you can do these four things as well. So, the first thing, if you want to be a world class public speaker, is you need to find your message. One of my first teachers told me this line, Artemis, and it changed my life. He said, everybody has a message. It's like when you find your message and you start sharing it with the world, it is one of the best feelings. Like it is one of the most powerful things you can do. And I got this fire ignited in my heart. And I remember I went back home and I was telling my friends, I'm like, I have a message. I'm going to be a speaker. I'm going to transform the world. And they all thought I was crazy. But I knew because this person had reminded me, and this is what we hope we're going to do with you today, just remind you of who you truly are and why you came here, why you're on this earth, and what is possible for you when you find your message. So, a question for you, and again, take a nice deep breath into the belly. and out. And ask this question. What is your message you'd love to share with the world? What's the first thing that comes up for you? What would you love to share with the world? If you had a magic microphone and whatever you said, every person in the world would hear, what would you want to say to them? What message do you have that you think could shift people and move people? Artemis, you have a great piece around the message, if you'd care to share it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of teachers and thought leaders out there saying that let your mess be your message. And if you let your mess be your message, you're trapped in your problem and your old story forever. And your mess is not your message. Let what you really love, your true choice, be your message. Let your message be something that you would teach for no other reason than you love it. And when you make the shift from your mess being your message to your true choices, you connect more to the heart and the soul. A lot of people make their mess their message because that's the problem they solve. But the mind that created the problem will just create another problem. And you get stuck in that oscillating pattern of mess and problem orientation. But when you find your message as if it's something you truly love, like I love helping people ignite their personal power as a soul, as a God-free being. I'm here to help you awaken your soul to your choices, your vision, your values, your talents, so you can build a life you truly worth living. When you find that for yourself, your true choices, that message has the lift. It has the lift to touch more people and to reach more people from an authentic and grounded place. Make your message your true choice for no other reason than you love it.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful place to get to. That wasn't my journey, honestly. I started teaching what I knew. So I started teaching about business automation. I started teaching about sales because that was what I knew. I knew when I was on stage, I'm like, this is helpful, this is good stuff, but there's so much more I could give. And that was a big part of my journey, going and stepping into finding what really feels good, what really lights me up when I speak. And we'll help you to find that too. We'll share with you exactly how you can do that. So I'd love to tell you about Ben. So I met Ben. He was a super powerful healer. He changed my life. And he expressed to me that he wanted to become a more powerful public speaker. And at the time, I remember he was struggling because he was charging for individual sessions and he wasn't able to make a living from his healing gifts and from sharing his story. It was fascinating to me because he had literally helped someone who had stage 4 pancreatic cancer. He helped them to completely clear that. And somehow he didn't have the right foundations, the right setup to make that his full-time gig. So I helped him to create his own signature package with his message. And in his first ever speaking gig that he did with me, he made £3,000. So that was a life changer. And you can do that too. Absolutely. Remember the first time my teacher taught me how to do this, I made £4,000 in 3 days. So I made more in 3 days than I used to make in a month. And it was a life changer. And this is one of my favorite things to teach people. Ben runs retreats all over the world. He runs all sorts of workshops. He has done stuff in Peru, like you can see here. And I'm super proud of him. He had to get uncomfortable. That's one of the things that you might have to do. You might have to overcome some fears. You might have to do some things you've not done before. But if you are brave enough, courageous enough to commit to that, you can absolutely create fantastic speaking business. And not only create a great business, but you can change people's lives. That feeling when someone comes up to you and says, you've transformed my life. Because of you, my whole life's going to have a different direction. It's one of the best feelings in the whole world. And I wish all of you experience that. And you will if you put out your videos, your programs in the right way. So, what would you love to be known for? If you can flash forward into the future, see a vision of yourself in the future where you are this world renowned public speaker, what would you love to be known for? What kind of courses or programs would you love to create? This is a really nice place to start when you're thinking about your message. Once you've found your message, the next piece, the next step is to position yourself as an expert in that thing. And this, a lot of people make very complicated, but it's actually really, really simple. And when you position yourself as an expert in the right way, you get booked to speak all over the world on TV, radio, podcasts, at events, at festivals, and you also build a following. And this is one of the best things as well, because we call it our tribe. So we have a tribe and they are loyal people. They love what we do. They spread our message. And it is so phenomenal because you put out one video and people all over the world can watch it. So it's like you speak, instead of doing one to one, you speak one to many when you position yourself as an expert. So you just do one thing, one time, one podcast, and it's there forever, constantly bringing you clients, constantly bringing you new followers, and getting you new invitations. So you could get into magazines as well. So this is a magazine that I was in called Enterprise Lab, and you can see it says here how Luke Scott is transforming the speaker industry. So you'll see things like this all over my social media because this is really eye-catching. People automatically have a sense when they see you in magazines or on radio or stuff like that that you are an expert. So this is something all of you can learn to do very, very easily. And you get invited to speak at incredible events with super cool people because most speakers are really inspirational. Most speakers are doing great things in the world. So here you can see in this picture, there is a net worth of over $1 billion. And Artemis, I know we met because of social media. Artemis is
Yeah.
in Texas, in America. I'm in the UK. And we met on social media. We got to know, like, and trust each other because of our videos and because of our content. And that sparked this beautiful friendship and partnership. And what kind of opportunities have you had, or what doors have opened for you because of public speaking?
Yeah, so when I was a healer for 20 years, I spoke on stages all over the country. And it was really about joint ventures. It's like when you're playing small, when your voice is not getting out there, you're missing out on so many collaborations, so many opportunities to meet mentors and teachers and guides and people that will level you up. And so, like, one of the greatest insights I'm having right now as we talk about this is just as I got on these stages, as I was invited to speak, my life was enriched by the people that were off my radar because they came into my life. Lewis and I were speaking on a course called Money Magic Alignment. It was because of my speaking on this course that you came into my life, you know?
Yeah,
And it's like, if I had never had the confidence, the courage to speak on how to build wealth and how to heal people's money blocks, I never would have met you, you know? And here we are doing this amazing project called the Quantum Healers Alliance because of my voice, because of finding my voice. It's just amazing. It's just beautiful.
absolutely. And just so you can see that anybody can do this, I want to share with you a story of this incredible human. So this is Nazia, and this is her doing her first ever speaking gig in Amsterdam to 45 people. She's in the UK. So Nazia came to one of my events in 2016, and I asked, does anyone here have a fear of public speaking? Just raise your hand. And she raised her hand and she said she was terrified of public speaking. So I got her to come to the front of the stage and overcome her fear, because this is one of the key things. If you want to be a speaker, you have to speak. Write that down, implant that deep into your subconscious. The more you speak, the more powerful a speaker you will be. It's a process. It's like learning how to salsa dance or learning how to drive. The more you practice, the better and better you'll get. So I did a one-on-one session with Nazia, and she got booked just 10 days after our first session. She did exactly what I'm telling you to do, positioned herself as an expert, and an event organizer reached out to her and invited her to come fly to Amsterdam to do a talk. So please give a big, energetic round of applause to Nazia for overcoming her fear and getting booked as an international speaker. So once you've found your message and you have positioned yourself as an expert, the next thing you want to work on are your presentation skills. And one of my favorite things to say is that nobody will book you if you are boring. I have been to some terrible talks, Artemis. I've seen some boring speakers, and it's so hard. You have to keep your eyes open. And then I've been to some talks where the speakers are electric. They keep you on the edge of your seat, and I could
Yeah,
listen to them for hours. And it's a process. There's a way you can learn to be an engaging speaker. When I first started speaking, everyone, I was so boring. I was monotone. I was in my head. I wasn't in my body. I wasn't in my heart, and you can feel the difference in that. And I love to say that heart trumps technique almost every time. Like when
absolutely.
someone is speaking with passion from their truth, it doesn't matter if they're the most technical speaker because they move you, they inspire you. But if you can learn how to speak from your heart and have the technical skills, you will be a world class speaker.
Yeah.
So, how do you speak in a way that makes people want to listen? If you can become an exciting, dynamic, and engaging speaker, people will come back and listen to you again and again and again. I have one of my clients, he has listened to one of my trainings 10 times. He says every time he watches it, he gets another thing, another download, another hit, another upgrade. And this is like the power you can have when you make videos because people can watch it again and again and again, or courses or programs. So I've been teaching these three things, these techniques of working on your vocal skills. There are different things that you can do with your voice, your tonality, the way you tell stories. If you just master those things, it will set you miles above most speakers. You also need to work on these physical things. So, your body language, making eye contact, these things. A lot of people, as soon as you walk on stage, they start making judgments about you before you even open your mouth. Have you ever done that? It's like you start trying to weigh someone up as soon as you see them. So, your physical skills are really important as well. And then we have what we call transformational skills. So these are things that transform people's lives, things that stick in their mind, that make you memorable. So you can see me here at an event this was in Vietnam. This was the same event, holding a huge snake, and we helped someone overcome their fear of snakes in 15 minutes. You can do that with quantum healing. You can overcome your biggest fear. One of my specialties is helping people overcome fear of speaking because there's always a root cause for it. If you have any nervousness about speaking, something happened to you in your life, or something even could have happened in your ancestry, and we can go and clear that, reprogram it. Any good hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, or quantum healer can help you with that. It's not rocket science, and you can learn how to do it too. And then I do things like glass walks. So this is literal broken glass, and people walk on it on bare feet. And it's learning how to trust them. Now, obviously, you need to learn how to do that. So I went on a course to learn how to do that. You can do all of these things too. So if you have a great message, you're positioned as an expert, and your presentation skills are on point, you're already going to be an amazing public speaker. And then the final piece I want to share with you, the fourth step, is about visibility. So when you are visible, here's the thing, most people are invisible. Feel into your heart if that's you right now. Are you the world's best kept secret? Do you know that you are playing small? Is there so much more you could give if you were being brave? And you could stand on stage in front of 500 people like this if you wanted to. This was my first ever international speaking gig in Vietnam. And I worked so hard to get to this stage. The hours and hours and hours I put in practicing, rehearsing, putting myself out there, being visible, because it was scary. Did you have any reservation or nerves when you started becoming really visible after this?
Yeah, I mean, the human nervous system is wired to survive. Thriving is a choice. So a lot of us, we get those butterflies in our stomach. We feel that survival mechanism triggered, and even the greatest public speakers in the world still get butterflies in their stomach. Like it, but what pushes you through it? It's these four things that we're teaching today. Like when you have a clear message, powerful position, powerful skills, you lean back on these things and they pull you through into being a dynamic speaker. It's just you got to master these four things to overcome these jitters that you get, you know.
Yeah. So I teach how to get booked for speaking gigs all around the world. There's a real simple process that you can learn how to do that. Once you do these four things, you will get so many invitations because people will really resonate with you. They'll be moved by you. And it's a phenomenal way to get clients. It's a phenomenal way to make friends and partnerships and do joint ventures. And it really opens every door for you when you're brave enough to become visible. And I also teach people how to make money as a public speaker. This is a big thing. A lot of people are doing a job that they don't really love because they need money. And that breaks my heart, honestly, when I see someone has so much potential and they're currently in a trap. That's what it felt like to me anyway. So I remember when I first started making 10K a month in my public speaking business. And then I did it again. And then I did it again. And it was a life changer. And then I started teaching other people how to do it too. So you can absolutely do that. I mean, feel what it would feel like if you could make 10K in a month. I've made 10K in a day. You can absolutely do that as a public speaker. Is that exciting? So there's a journey that public speakers go on, and have a feel into where you are right now. No judgment, nothing's good or bad or right or wrong. You are where you are. Your whole life experience has brought you to this point. And from this present moment, you can now choose a true choice, like Artemis says, what you want to do for the next years or decades of your life. One of my favorite things, Artemis, I love working with people who are like 50 plus or 60 plus.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time in our society, you're told once you get into your 60s, that's the end of your life. It's time to wind down, it's time to retire. But I say you've got another 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 years of life left in you, especially with
Yeah.
the way quantum healing and medical technology is increasing now. Like, what are you going to do for the rest of 50 years of your life? And it really changes the way people feel about their age and their life path. So if you are invisible right now, it means you're getting zero speaking opportunities, you have zero followers, and zero income. You can work and become what we call a dabbler. A dabbler starts doing speaking gigs. So you've stuck your head above the parapet, right? You're being brave and you start to gain some loyal followers. But most of the time, dabblers, they still haven't figured out how to create an income around it. So they're still having to work in a job to create a lifestyle that they are comfortable in, and they do public speaking on the side. Then you can take the next step. You can become an amateur speaker. This is where you start getting clients. This is where you speak quite a lot. And you might still be working in a job to subsidize what you're doing, but you can quickly see a path for you where you might not need to do that in the future. And then, where we'd love for you all to come to, if it feels exciting, you can become a pro public speaker, speaking all over the world, loads of loyal and happy clients, and lots of income and freedom. Let me know if that sounds good. You can say a big yes to the cosmos if that sounds exciting, and you can change the whole direction of your life today. So, another question for you. Are you ready to overcome your fears, find your voice, and start making a bigger impact in the world? Is that a big yes?
Yes.
Artemis, what do you think are some of the fears that people have when they start their public speaking journey?
So there are seven fears, and I'll just highlight a few of them today. So we have the fear of rejection, which is the biggest unconscious human fear, the fear of being seen by a large audience, because all those eyes create that intensity, to our soul. The fear of criticism, judgment, condemnation, and also here's a lesser known one, like the fear of being awkward or making mistakes. And so we have the fear of rejection, the fear of being seen, the fear of criticism, and fear is faith returning. When you can touch your fear with the right message, when you can touch your fear with the right positioning, when faith with works. So when you learn how to use that fear as fuel, which will teach you that later on, you they don't affect you anymore because you have faith. You have faith in your voice. You have faith in yourself. You have faith in your message. You're ready to shine. Fear is
Yeah.
faith returning.
I'm so relaxed now when I step on stage. It's almost like there's not really a difference. And it's really fun because I can flow with whatever's happening. And if there are mistakes, we laugh about it. It's very joyful. And it didn't used to be like that. It used to be very scary. And this is one of the things that you will only learn by practicing, by going out and speaking. So, another question for you. Are you willing to finally get out of your comfort zone and commit to upgrading your public speaking skills, unleashing your potential, and becoming a confident and powerful speaker? You can make a step today and decide to change the whole trajectory of your life in the most incredible way. And if you are a yes to this, we have something really special that can help you and support you. We'd love to share with you. And it is our 30-day StandOut Speakers Academy Find Your Voice course. So myself and Artemis have created this incredible program to help you clear any fear or nervousness when you're speaking, so you can be confident on stage or on camera, to teach you how to craft your signature talks, find your message, deliver it with impact, master your body language, your vocal techniques, and build up your personal brand so you can become known as that expert. You can magnetize clients to you and become visible, help thousands, millions of people, even transform the whole world. If you have a cause that's very important to you, like many of us do. This really hit me when I became a dad, Artemis. I realized if I don't be brave and share my truth, what will the world be like in 10 years, 20 years when my daughters are grown up? Because I know I can make a positive impact in the world. And it fueled me to do that, having children. And when you find your inspiration, whatever that is, it makes you bigger than whatever problems you have, makes you bigger than any fears or nervousness. You can wake up excited every day. And in the 30-day program, we give you coaching, feedback, we have a community to support you, and we will help you every step of the way. So anything you want to share about this, Artemis?
Yeah, this is a proven, predictable, reliable system for you to find your voice, to develop the skills, to learn the body language. And don't worry, like the whole program is done on a private Facebook group. No one's going to see you. It's like some of us are like, you mean I have to get out in public? No, no, no. We're going to give you a sacred, safe container, a private Facebook group where us and our peers are going to really support each other, feed each other, and help you get through those stumbling blocks in the first couple of weeks. Everyone started somewhere, right? We all started from a place. You heard my story in 2010, yelling across the room to a camera that didn't even have a microphone.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to give you the support you need to find your voice and take it step by step.
And make it fun. You're going to have a great time. It
Yeah.
will be edgy. You'll have to do things you haven't done before. And I love being on that edge, that real beautiful place where you're on the edge of your comfort zone. And that is such an alive place to be. And you will see what that feels like if you're brave enough to come for the 30-day sprint. And it's more than just a public speaking course. So, this is a journey to unlocking the full expression of your gifts. The Standout Speakers Academy is designed for visionaries, leaders, just like you, people who are ready to step into their full power and make a bigger impact in the world.
Yes.
It's a 30-day public speaking training program to help you become a powerful and confident public speaker in just 30 days. You can start today, and right now it is just $97. How does the 30-day sprint work? Some of you might be thinking, yeah, but tell me the details. How does this actually work? So Over the course of 30 days, we'll guide you step by step through this process of becoming a confident, skilled public speaker. So whether you're completely new to speaking or you just need to polish up your skills, this sprint will help you step into your authentic power so you can express yourself confidently and move your audience with your talks and your videos. You'll be guided over the 30 days to overcome any fear or nervousness that you might have around speaking on stage or on camera. And we're going to use some of these leading edge techniques we've been telling you about, these tools like q-rit, superconscious recodes that cure your fears and nerves at the root cause. So by the end of the program, you will be a totally transformed person. Artemis, I know these recodes have been super powerful in your life as well. Do you want to share a
Yeah.
little bit about how that works?
Yeah, your subconscious mind, which is the chooser, is direction without power. Your subconscious is power without direction. Your subconscious mind is your beliefs, your feelings, how you see yourself, and how the world sees you. So when you learn to clear the subconscious of the fear of rejection, the fear of being, we'll recode and clear all this with q-rit. We repattern the subconscious mind, and now you hook up your power source. When you're out there giving your gifts through your voice, we want to feel you. But if you have all these fears and doubts and uncertainties and worries, that's noise in your operating system that needs to be cleared through this training. And this is the beautiful part about StandOut Speakers Academy is we're not just going to give you the tools and the skill sets. We're going to clear the blocks in the way so that when you show up 30 days from now, 45 days from now, your subconscious mind is in your voice. That's where your power is. Your subconscious is power without direction, but you need to direct that power by clearing the noise, clearing all the fears, the memories. A lot of these fears we carry, Luke, they're from our childhood. They're from times where we were rejected as a little boy, a little girl. They're from times we chose to stand out and speak and we got criticized. So we have these memories, these emotions, these things that we need to clear out of our operating system and rebuild a new conscious human operating system where we have a message, we have power again. And I've seen this in myself. I've done this for dozens and dozens of my clients, both in healing arts and in real estate. I've helped so many people find their voice by clearing these subconscious fears. And so it's going to be a valuable part of the training, very valuable.
Every day, we'll give you specific instructions so you can improve your skills and confidence in a easy, manageable steps. This is really important. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed or get frustrated. We're going to teach it in the most fun way that we know how to do. I've taken so many people through these programs, and everybody gets amazing results if you show up and do the steps. So every day for the 30 days, we have a private members group where you can upload videos. And we're going to teach you how to make the videos, how to do everything. And by the end of day 14, you will have done one video every day for 14 days. And you will already be such a transformed speaker. So if you haven't gotten huge results after watching trainings and making 14 videos, we have a 14-day money back guarantee, full refund for you. But you won't need that because you will absolutely be transformed. We just want to put that there as a no-brainer. So there's no barriers for you to join. It's just the easiest yes ever. Come and give it a shot. Make the videos, follow the steps, overcome your fears, and it's going to be absolutely incredible for you. And the whole course includes around 12 hours of trainings, recodes, the best wisdom that me and Artemis have. We're going to give you our combined experience of over 40 years mentoring people, teaching people. And you can also watch the trainings at your own pace. You can rewatch them as many times as you need. I know some people really like to do that when they're learning things, go back over it and make notes and notes and notes and really let it sink into the subconscious, like Artemis said. But for this special round of the course, and this is one of the reasons why we've got this super special offer for $97 right now, you can also join some of the trainings and recodes live. So you will be able to watch the recordings or join live. So the live version of the course starts on the 27th of October. We're going to run the sessions from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. CST or 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. UK time. If you can't make it live, don't worry. Watch the recordings. We will share the full live event schedule with you once you join. So we have this fast action offer today. If you join the full 30-day program, just $97. After the 16th of October, it will be $297. So still amazing value, 30 days of training for $297. But if you're a fast action taker, like I know you probably are, come join right now. Click the link. It will be below or above or somewhere. You know what to do. Go find it. It'll take you through to the page and commit. Jump in. Let's transform your life. Everything you need to become a powerful and confident public speaker in 30 days. And this is one of the things I said at the start, how to become a powerful public speaker in months, not years. People overcomplicate things sometimes. They really do. I joined this 12-month public speaking program, but I didn't need that whole 12 months. I was transformed in just a few weeks. And this is one of the things I love seeing, how fast people can shift when you have the right guidance. This is what we talked about before, Artemis, about the difference between information and wisdom. Like when someone guides you in the most effective way, things can change really, really quickly. So, one more question for you. Are you ready to finally stop playing small? Are you ready to finally stop playing small, create a life that you love, step into your power? If that's a yes, come and join us for our 30-day course and start creating a life you truly love. Artemis, is there anything you feel to say? Maybe there's some people watching who are like right on the edge. They know that this could be great for them. They know this could be powerful for them. What would you say to them if they're considering this? What do you think can help them to make a true choice?
You know, if you're watching this right now and you're on the fence, but your heart's already said yes, just listen to your heart. Just go all in. You know, like every one of us has this decision point in our lives where we meet a mentor, a teacher, and they give us an offer. And if we say no to this, what are we really giving up? Our ability to grow wealth, our ability to be seen by more people, our ability to collaborate and connect with other mentors and leaders in your field. Like this is the power of finding your voice. Like if your heart says this, but your head's getting in the way, I recommend just listening to your heart. You know, what got me in front of YouTube in 2010 was I was so passionate about structured water and living foods, pure water and pure foods. And I had all this fear and uncertainty and doubt up, but my heart said, launch a video. And then 5,000 subscribers and hundreds of thousands of dollars later, I'm so glad I launched that first video. And I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a system. I didn't have a training back then. Luke and I are experienced public speakers, have been on stages, and we're here to give you the best of our hearts and our knowledge and our experience to help you achieve your voice. And if we're going to transform healthcare in our world and bring more quantum health to our planet, all hearts on deck. We all need a voice. We all need to find our voice for our families to bring more vision and more clarity to our families. And then for our communities to go out there and start teaching workshops like our friend, you know, one of our clients that we're working with right now, she's been working one-on-one and she's finding her voice to go from one to one to many. How many of you watching this right now have been working one-on-one for too long? And it's time to go now to many. But the playing small, the imposter syndrome, the fear of rejection, the fear of criticism has all been holding you back. Don't let that hold you back anymore. Take this 30-day challenge, and through the structure we create for you, you create a new behavior. The behaviors from the structure and the activities is the highest form of communication to your subconscious. And behavior is the highest form of communication to the subconscious mind. So if you're looking to really change and become a standout speaker, these behaviors are just as important as the structure, just as important as the block removal. And it's all a perfect symphony. And it's just beautiful. So I'm so excited to see you in the group. Like we'll have a private Facebook group. We'll have a Facebook group chat. We'll be working with you one-on-one and in groups to help you find your voice.
Yeah, and you're going to make some great friends. You might meet your new business partners. You might meet some real soul tribe people in there.
Yeah.
And one of the things that really drives me since I had my big awakening in 2016, I got connected to what I call unity consciousness. It it's given me this inner guidance, and my mission is to help millions of people. And that's one of the things I'm so excited about with this course, because I paid £12,000 to learn what we teach you here in these 30 days. But I know not everyone has that kind of money. Most coaches make less than $20,000 a year. Did you know that? I think it's 80% of coaches make less than $20,000 a year. And so many healers in the world are struggling. They're barely getting through. They can't make ends meet, or they're working some kind of minimum wage job. Wow. And they have so much talent. And so for $97, come jump on board. I'll give you everything that I've learned that can support you over the 30 days. Be a part of this movement. Let's transform the world. Let's create these ripples of inspiration. Let's ignite the fire of passion in other people's hearts with our stories, with our truth. And if there's anything that we can do to support you, let us know in the group, in the private members group. You can ask as many questions as you want throughout the whole course, and we will be here to help you every step of the way. So thank you so much for tuning in. Click the button below, come join, grab your spot. We're starting really soon, so it's very exciting. Hopefully you feel that momentum, and we would absolutely love to help you step into your power and become a world-class public speaker.